Grand Rising Collective. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome back if you're watching me again, and welcome to those that are new. Thank you for watching me. I appreciate it very much, and I thank you for your likes and your subscribes and your comments, your shares. I appreciate them all. Really, I do. Okay, let's take a look at what the daily vibe is for today, shall we? Using the Feral Psychic Oracle deck here. Let's see what we get. Okay. I was talking the other day about this with a friend, so let's talk about it together, shall we? It must be in the collective energy. All right, rooted rage. All right, and it says underneath here, you're not unhealed for feeling angry. What if your rage is here to restore your boundaries, not destroy your peace? So I was talking with my friend the other day about rage and about anger and about how anger can be used for good. You know, I mean, I think some of us have used it for not so good, you know, and it's been hard to deal with ourselves when we get angry like that. But it can also be used to show you where your boundaries need to be, where your absolute no is, where you're like, yeah, I can't allow that in my energy, you know. So we're gonna look at that with our tarot here and see what that says. I'm feeling pulled to my cosmic deck today, so we'll use the cosmic tarot today. I'm gonna give it a good shuffle here. But anyway, how's everybody doing? I got a special treat coming for you guys tonight, those of you that are in the Divine Feminine Collective. I have a little bit of a treat for you tonight, so stay tuned. Watch tonight. I'll drop that at 7 Central Time, but it's a little bit of a treat for you all. So we're going to try something new. I've never done one before, but we're going to try it. See how it goes. All right, Spirit. What can you tell me about this rooted rage? What's going on with the collective with rooted rage? Judgment. Yeah, exactly. This is that it's about balance, and it's about what we let in. You know, it's about setting those boundaries. You know, boundaries are good. They're good to set so that other people don't cross them, but also to set for ourselves not to cross them. Right? So that we don't cross that line. Right? All right. What else can you tell me about the rooted rage? Yeah, and you alchemize. You go in and you're the magician. You manifest things from it. You know, when you know what you will and won't allow into your life, it's easier to step into magician energy. It's easier to create. It's easier to say, I don't like that, so I'm going to turn it into this. You know, and anger can sometimes help us to do that. Anger is information. So when we get angry, it's pointing to places where maybe our boundaries weren't so tight, or it's pointing to things that we might need to heal, might need to go within and heal. So, you know, there is that part of anger too. All right. Any advice for the collective, Spirit? Yeah, 2 of Cups. Yeah. Love yourself enough to set the boundaries. Okay? And this may be about another person. Maybe you might need to set boundaries with another person. Okay? Sorry if you're hearing some banging. Somebody's making coffee in the other room. It's okay. You might hear the pitter-patter of little paws running down the hall. Our dog is not feeling so great. She's got a rumbly-tumbly. She's been outside eating grass, so I'm sure that and I knew you were going to show up to the party here. We had the devil showing up to our party. So, of course he is. Of course he's here. But anyway, I'm not really getting anything negative off of this. I think it's just here to remind us that, when we don't set boundaries and we don't love ourselves enough to look at the anger within us as information, we can get into devil energy, right? It's just a reminder that, the devil energy is anything that keeps you away from your divine purpose, anything that keeps you from experiencing presence in your life. So anything that keeps you in the past or in the future and not in the present. And so it can be anything, literally anything. It doesn't have to be the main addictions like alcoholism, drug addiction, gambling addiction, food addiction, sex addiction. It can be anything. Doom scrolling is an addiction. And so anything that takes you away from being present. Okay. All right. I knew he was going to show up here for that reason, to remind us. All right. And then I didn't really ask a question, just kept shuffling and got these. So let's see what we get off these two cards. So it got the Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands. So the Knight of Cups is Romeo. Okay, he's trying to find his love. Okay, he's following his heart to his true love, to his one true love. Following his heart. Okay, and that's how we get out of rage, right? Is to go within and follow our heart. Let love lead, right? Love is going to tell us what boundaries we need to set. Love is going to tell us who is safe. Okay, but that doesn't come from up here. It comes from your heart. So the Knight of Cups showing up says, hey, don't forget. Also could be a message. Could be a message from someone you love coming in. So it might be, a message from someone else coming in, someone that you love, coming into you, bringing you, good news. All right, and then we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands for me is that creative, passionate, sparky energy, like kid hopped up on candy energy. Just that energy of I'm curious and I'm gonna go find it out and I'm gonna go now, right? So those two came out together. So that's telling me that, if we lead with our heart, we can find our passion again. And if we can find our passion again, we can act on our passion instead of our rage. Okay. Well, this is exciting. We're learning about anger today. It's exciting. All right. What else does the collective need to know for today? Yeah, Two of Wands. You might need to make a decision. Okay. You might need to, So we got 2 twos out here. So 2 might be important for someone. But the world is here. It's within sight. Right? So you may need to make a decision, and it may need to be a quick decision. So keep that in mind for today, that you may need to make a quick decision today about something that makes you mad. And you may have to use your heart to make that decision. You might have to go within a little bit. Don't let the devil get you. Okay? All right. Any last words for the collective today, Spirit? Oh, yep. Twos are really important today because we got the Two of Swords. Speak your truth. Be your truth. Go within to find your truth. Okay? You can go within to find your truth and speak it. And don't be afraid to cut things out that no longer serve you. And don't be afraid to cut people out that no longer serve you. You know, those are boundaries and they're okay to set. And you're going to be fine. And that's the daily vibe for today, you guys. I hope you have a great day. I hope everything is going well in your world. Leave me a comment. Let me know how this resonated with you, if it resonated with you. And I will see you tonight in the Divine Feminine Message. And it's going to be fun. All right. Have a great day, y'all.